What is going on, guys? Soul Sensation back here for another video, and today I'm super excited. We have a review of one of my favorite sneakers, the Air Jordan 12 French Blues. This is such a nice sneaker. I can't wait to talk about these, so let's not wait any longer. Let's take a closer look. First thing you're going to notice about this shoe is this crisp French blue colorway. It's a super cool color, works with a lot of clothes as well. It's an easy one to style, but taking a closer look at it, we can see it's actually sort of like a lizard, snake skin type of texture, which is really cool, something I appreciate about these shoes. On the upper, it's a leather base, nothing too crazy about them. The leather feels pretty good, it's just the normal tumbled leather. Nothing too crazy or too expensive though, so typical Jordan leather on the uppers with the white stitching lines in that rising sun pattern, which Tinker Hatfield designed originally for these shoes in, what was it, 98, 97. The midsole actually starts high on the shoe in the back and slightly gets lower and lower as we go down. It's made of a couple different pieces, featuring this white piece up the back for your heel and then a blue going down it through, with also a little cupping that holds that mudguard together with the midsole. And then on the bottom you just have that herringbone traction in these two little pods, and then in the middle you have this sort of caging around this carbon fiber, which is actually carried over from the Air Jordan 11. On the front of the sole you can actually see a little Jumpman, which I don't think helps that much with performance, but it's cool anyways. We also do have this little text that says Jumpman on this little plastic part right here in grey. And then sort of to match the grey, it's not the exact same color, but it's the same style. We do have these little eyelets that hold the top two shoelaces. It's not metal, it's just plastic painted chrome. I wish it was metal like how they used to do it in the old days, but unfortunately that would cost too much. So no more, we just have plastic. The tongue of the sneaker is a pretty normal tongue. I mean, it's made of mesh on the sides with a leather strip that goes through it that says the words 2 and then the number 3 on the bottom in between each of the laces, so you can actually see it when the shoelaces are tied up, with a little Jumpman on the top of the tongue right here. Medial side of the sneaker isn't too much different. It's the sort of same leather and same mudguard carried around with that midsole. And then on the back you're going to find a 23 embedded right here, and then this little mesh strap which helps you put your shoe on. When you slide your foot in, you can pull this up, just gives you a bit of extra, I don't know, support, I guess. It just says Jordan, quality inspired by the greatest player ever. So you have that. It's always a nice touch when we get it on our sneakers. I think it's on the 6s as well and some other models, but yeah, it's a great sneaker all around. Let's take a look at the history. So the Jordan 12 was originally created by Tinker Hatfield in 1997 for Jordan's second to last season with the Bulls. Tinker took inspiration from a women's dress shoe, as crazy as that sounds, but made it feel super high-end and luxurious with leather from Italy, I believe, at the time. Michael obviously got buckets in this sneaker, had a great season in 97 and finished it with a championship against the Jazz, which is always good. In 6 games, man never went to a game 7. So yeah, a lot of history in this sneaker, and it stood the test of time, still being a popular model until this day. But Jordan Brand actually decided to bring this shoe back this year, which is part of the reason I'm giving you guys a look at them. So they're actually going to release, I think, next week, and this is basically a video talking about everything you need to know about this. There are a few slight changes with this model and the one that's coming out soon. This is the 2017, I want to say. 2016 pair. So yeah, 2016 pair right here. But one of the key differences that's going to change is the color of the French blue. I think it's going to be a little darker on the new one. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I love this blue. It matches perfectly with a couple of clothes I have, and it just looks really nice. Nevertheless, I think the shoes that are coming out are going to be sick, and if you buy them, you're definitely not going to regret it. It's one of those shoes that, you know, isn't the craziest, most hype model, but but it's definitely one that, you know, you're gonna appreciate, you're gonna love when you wear. And as a matter of fact, I think the Jordan 12 is the comfiest out of all of the Jordans. So yeah, the comfort on this shoe is out of this world. I think for a Jordan, it's the most comfortable Jordan, as I previously said. And the reason why is because it features a full-length zoom inside the shoe. Matter of fact, this was actually the first Air Jordan model to accompany a full-length zoom unit. So when you're walking around, when you're playing around at golf or whatever you're doing in these shoes, you can definitely feel as the day goes on, that zoom unit definitely accommodating you and giving you a lot of comfort that you need. I actually wore this shoe to Disneyland all day. That's how comfortable they were. And if you know anything about Disneyland, you know how much walking you have to do. And they held me up perfectly, so I really love this shoe. It's a great shoe, it's a comfortable shoe. And now that they're re-releasing, some of you guys have the chance to get your hands on it, and I don't think you'll regret it. So yeah, before I put these on feet, that's my final thoughts about this shoe. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I really do like these. I don't really give 7s because I feel like everything could be a 7. 7's sort of an easy number to grade. So I try and avoid 7s, and I think this shoe is an 8. It's that step above, you know, the average Jordan. I think it's a really nice color on a really nice model, and you really can't go wrong. That's why I have these at an 8. But now, let's throw them on feet and see how they look.